49 now, a docent at the California Museum is sharing a piece of his family history.
Yes, Sakura Gray is getting a history lesson this morning. Hi, Sakura.
Yes, indeed. We're taking a trip back in time, but when you go to a museum, oftentimes you're reading things on walls, but here at the California Museum, there's an opportunity for you to actually learn from somebody whose family has experienced that history that is being displayed right in front of your eyes. We're here at Uprooted, an American story and exhibit here at the California Museum, joined with Jessica. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning. Good morning.
So tell us a little bit about this exhibit and this really awesome feature that you have with a docent taking people around.
Yeah, so the Uprooted exhibit is essentially a program that started in Elk Grove School District a little over 40 years ago by Mary Tsukamoto, and it came to the museum just under 20 years ago as a permanent exhibit. Last year it had a remodel, so what you see here is not the same exhibit you would have seen last year, and it chronicles the lives of different families. It talks about the wrongful incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II. It talks about their life in camp, and then it eventually moves to leaving camp, redress, and it ends with what current communities are doing to prevent this from happening. There's an AI component where you can ask questions to survivors, and then you can also watch videos of people who have survived.
And as you walk through this exhibit, it really starts from the beginning with Japanese immigrants coming to America and then goes all the way, through World War II with the incarceration. And so tell us about some of the interactive features that are in here, because one, using AI in a museum is extremely cool. Explain to us how that works.
Yeah, so what we did was we had 3 people who were incarcerated come in and sit down for interviews, and there's a list of questions. There are 2 ways that you can engage with the AI. You can ask the screen questions, or you can have some of the pre-listed questions that you will have them respond to. There's some really cool things, like you can watch Kyo hula dance, or you can hear different people tell about their life experiences as children in camp, because there aren't that many survivors.
And so let's take a walk over there and see that. And as we're walking there, we're seeing cranes hanging from the ceiling. Explain to us what that is.
Yeah, so there's this kind of folktale in Japanese culture that 1,000-fold cranes will give you 1 wish. So what we did was we had volunteers come in and hand-fold 1,000 cranes, and then they also helped us string them in the exhibit. So some of these were their survivors, some of these were their grandchildren or their great-grandchildren, some of them were just community members who came in and helped us. But it really adds to this idea that we don't want this to happen again, and that 1 wish is that no one, not just the Japanese community, has this experience.
I actually read a book as a child about folding the 1,000 paper cranes, so it is really neat to see them all lined up and in person right here. And then this docent that's walking people through the exhibit, tell us their tie to this exhibit and everything that happened.
So Steve Sasaki is the docent who is here on the 3rd Thursday and the 1st Saturday of the month. He is not someone who was incarcerated, however his family was, and so he tells his family stories and he guides you through the exhibit, or you can ask him questions specifically about the content in the exhibit.
And I'm sure there's so much context that he's able to give that, sometimes not all the information can fit on all these walls or in these displays, but when you're talking to someone that is living history, then it just adds that whole new layer. And also behind us here, tell us what we're seeing in here, because this looks like a movie theater, but obviously it has to do with everything from Uprooted.
Yes, so this is about a 10-minute video where you can watch snippets of survivors telling their story about what life was like for them and their families in these Japanese internment camps.
Got it. And we will end right back here with what I think is such an awesome feature, that AI that we were talking about earlier. We can't wait to see you guys experience the intersection of brand new technology plus history. It's really neat to see history museums at the cutting edge of this.
Yeah, it's actually fantastic. What we've noticed is that with students and adults and just really our visitors, they really like asking the questions and seeing how people respond to them, because AI is still a new and fascinating thing.
And for anybody that wants to come out to the California Museum, tell us a little bit about what times and tickets and availability.
Yes, so we are open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 5, Sunday from noon to 5. Tickets are $10 for adults, they're $8 for students and senior citizens.
Hey, well, when that weather kicks in and we hit the triple digits, you have a perfect indoor air-conditioned area to spend your days. We can't wait to see you out here and to check out this exhibit.
That is really cool, but rather than just looking at pictures and seeing, so that is awesome. Yeah. Sakura, thank you so much.